people have asked about comic strips all weekend, and this is one of the reasons that we didn't say anything about it. This is the story that this is not just artificially constructed for the purposes of doing a graphic novel. 100-page graphic novel, by the way, which is going to be written as a 100-page graphic novel, not as something else that gets collected together into 100 pages. This is written as a full graphic novel. One of the rare opportunities in the UK to exploit that form. It is a story that comes directly from No Fear. There is a moment towards the end of that novel where Corferon makes a break for it in his ship and makes a run for it, and the only people who can stop him is Macragge aboard Macragge's Honour, the flagship. And I deliberately, not knowing that it was going to be a graphic novel, but as a story point, I deliberately built it into the novel that the story could run off from there. There would be a separate, discrete story that would tell the story about an awesome naval engagement. And Christian said, hey, we could do it as a graphic novel. And so we have, and this is from that very moment, from that instant in No Fear. This is what happens as the two ships engage in their epic and well, the other person I would like to get to stand up now, because I know he doesn't want to, is Neil, because the point of this. We wanted to tell a story that maximised the visual impact of this. So there's all sorts of things you can do in a novel, but there are certain things that you can do really, really, really well in a graphic novel, particularly when you've got someone of Neil's calibre. So this is not just a Horus Heresy graphic novel, this is a Horus Heresy graphic novel drawn by the guy who does the covers. Does it get more awesome than that? I don't think it does.
Just run it to the next page. So, we've got some ultramarines, and they're going incoming.
And there's a shadow.
And there's a shadow. And I've not got the next page. Unless, some noise. More. It's a ship!
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we didn't want to come here and just make the announcement. We wanted to come here, make the announcement, and actually have something that we could show you. Neil's finished about the first 15 pages now, and actually, that page, as great as it is, the next page, the double page spread, is even better. And that you are going to have to wait until next November. Sorry. Well, we're going to release it initially as a limited edition hardback. It will be available for everybody who wants to buy it in that format. We're not going to say it's only 3,000 copies. If you want a copy, you will be able to get a copy. And the plan is to follow that up at an unspecified point later with a full mass market release. There will be material in the limited edition that is only in the limited edition. And there's also
the design of the...
Yeah, but it will match the Heresy hardback. So, you know, as I said earlier, you ain't going to have like spines that are a little bit taller than the other books. It's all going to look lovely and pretty on the shelves, because I know people care about that. So what we'll take a few questions if anybody has any questions. Probably 3 questions. So has anybody got any questions? Shut down there.
Is this going to be will this increase every year? I mean, will we see more graphic novels as time goes on? And will you go back and do like Horus Rising, The Flight of Eisenstein, Fulgrim in the same way?
Okay. I'll answer the second question first. I don't think we'll go back and retell stories that we've already told. It will be all new material. This is more Heresy story that we're doing in graphic novel format. To answer the first part of the question, yeah, I'm already talking to other Heresy authors about different stories. One of the things, although I said we're not going to go back and revisit stories, we might go back and revisit certain battlegrounds. And I've been talking to a Heresy author about maybe going back and looking at Prospero again, from the Wolf's point of view. Maybe it was Gav Thorpe I was talking to about that. and maybe Carl Richardson would tear my arms off if I didn't let him draw that. But you know, this is all we've committed to for now. Obviously, it depends how this is received, but you know, judging how you guys have reacted, I think it's going to go down quite well. Another question? Yeah. Oh, computer games. Wrong people to ask. We just do the books, we do the stories. Heresy Computer Games, that's an entirely different part of Games Workshop that deal with that. On a personal level, I would love a Horus Heresy computer game, but it's not up to me. Yeah, last question.
Will these all be released, if there are more, as like complete books as first release, or will that go to more sort of Marvel-esque or whatever, of here's like a small series of small books with, say, 10-page?
No, we're book publishers. We went down that route in you know, 10 years ago. It's madness. It really is madness. And as Dan said, you know, the 100-page of continuous comic book story, it doesn't happen. And it's the heresy. You need that. You know. Okay, maybe we could do it in 20-page little pamphlets, dead flimsy. Actually, 100-page hardcover full story. It's just the best way of doing it. Okay, so thank you all. Sorry.
I'd just like to say a quick word that I'm going to try and make this the best graphic novel that I've ever read, because I want to see it, and hopefully you guys want to see it, and that's just the start. You want to see the rest of the pages, because I think they just get better and better, and cooler and cooler. It's going to be like a $500 million movie in your hand that you can
Christian got to see, Neil emailed me the next few pages that you haven't seen yet because they're not lettered, and I cannot tell you the words that I used in the email because they're not good out loud words.
Thanks, guys. Got another round of applause for these two. Okay, I'm now going to hand you over to Mike.
Okay guys, I know you're all reeling from the shock of that and how fantastic it is. And I know you're also probably quite itching to get to the raffle and see who's won all the cool goodies. But before we get to that, I had